Welcome back. We now turn our focus to an important community initiative aimed at empowering Namibian families through awareness on will-making and estate planning. Now, under the banner, One Document Can Secure a Generation, Cicero Law Firm, a group of final year law students from the University of Namibia, is hosting a free legal education event to help citizens better understand wills, succession laws, marital regimes, and how to prevent inheritance disputes. Joining us now to share more on this vital campaign is Utaara Hoveka. Utaara, good evening.
Good evening to you and the listeners out there.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Well, to start with, briefly tell us what this event is about and, of course, what it is you hope to achieve.
Yes, as you said, this is an initiative of, it's part of the UNAM Legal Aid Clinic, and it gives us final year students an opportunity to practice, sort of put into practice what we've learned in the lecture room, while at the same time empowering communities on this very, very important subject. As you know, it has been a challenge in our courts with family members taking each other to court over inheritance and so forth. So it becomes very important to engage communities to take this seriously and to understand, the importance of will making.
Why is drafting a will, Utaara, considered one of the more important steps in protecting one's family and your assets?
Well, under Article 16 of the Namibian Constitution and the Wills Act 7 of 1953, these confer rights and power upon Namibians to acquire and dispose of their estates in any manner in which they wish. Failure to do this, you'll end up in death, an uncle who's there, or a friend, or the authorities dividing your estate in a way you may have not particularly wanted it to be disposed of. So the importance of this is for your assets, your property, to be distributed in accordance with your wishes, both in life and in death.
Just briefly unpack for us the key differences between in-estate succession and testate succession in Namibia, and why they matter for ordinary citizens.
Yes, interstate succession is, involves those who die without a will and is governed by the Interstate Ordinance 12 of 1946. That provides for a category of people to benefit from someone who doesn't write a will, people like widows and children, but it may exclude maybe a dear friend or a trust or anyone you may have wanted to benefit from your will who is not prescribed under the ordinance. And of course, those who die testate are those who die with a will. And of course, that is administered by the Administration of Estates Act 66 of 1965. And we know that there were amendments to that with the Succession and Estates Amendment Act of 2005.
Furthermore, how do marital regimes, civil, customary, and north of the red line, as they say, marriages affect inheritance as well as affect estate planning?
Yes, we are going to dive into that. Customary marriages, which are, of course, they are governed by the customary law. Civil marriages are governed by the Marital Act. And of course, because we are final years law students, we don't want to breach Section 21 of the Legal Practitioners Act of 1995. When providing legal advice, we have to be under the guidance of an enrolled legal practitioner. So we will dive into those and other matters at this coming Saturday's event at Soweto Market at 8:30.
Fantastic. Well, just in closing, in what ways, do initiatives like this, led by law students, contribute to empowering communities and reducing family conflicts over, property or inheritance?
Yes, indeed, we know that not many Namibians can afford legal fees. Legal, services are quite expensive, and we are bringing this to your doorsteps free of charge We have the Chicago Law Chambers on board with us, and we could also have the Office of the Master of the High Court. They would confirm by tomorrow about that. So we find it very, very key. As you know, the other day the Chief Justice was talking, lamenting of the huge, backlog in terms of cases, lack of judges, many of them retiring now, and the courts are confronted with disputes between family members on who should get this and who should get what, because simply there was no document to dictate as to how a particular estate should be divided. So you want to protect your loved ones, you want to protect your spouse, your children, and it is important that community members please attend, and we want to empower them with the requisite knowledge, and there will also be an opportunity for one-on-one questions.
Just give us the dates and times again, and also to the public that will be coming out to get this free legal advice. Do they need to bring with any documents perhaps, etc.?
Indeed, would advise that they bring along a notebook with a pen. It will be at the UN Plaza in Katutura from 8:30 in the morning. And for those who may have questions, they can contact FINA at 081-317-5307. 081-317-5307.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for being here this evening.
Thank you very much.
Well, that was